This is the Nova Pro by Fantech, a wireless multi-platform gamepad that will fit every console that you might own, except PS5 and the recent Xbox because it only supports up to PS4. Now, what's so special about this controller is that, as I mentioned, it can fit every type of consoles that you might own, from Switch to your mobile phone. As long as they support a gamepad, this will work. Now, this controller itself has an anti-stick and drift keys, but still rocks the membrane surface. But don't worry because the keys are very tactile and even the navigation buttons are very good. It also rocks an additional triggers on the bottom, which lets you customize it depending on your need with its software. Have I told you also that it has an RGB? Well, yeah, it's transparent, but don't worry, the RGB is quite nice because they use a strip, like a liquid fluid RGB to be honest, and it has 4 lighting modes that you can pick. Personally, I stick with the default one because I don't care about the lights, but in case you do, it's there because I'll be using this to play Persona 3 Reload in my Game Pass. Yes, it works perfectly with games in Game Pass. But disclaimer guys, some games even on Steam, Switch, mobile phone, Android or iOS or even Game Pass sometimes doesn't support gamepad. So before you say anything bad about this, make sure that your game is compatible with gamepad. Not to mention that this is an affordable controller that doesn't really break your budget in terms of finding a controller, so it's good. Now, this controller also lasts for 10 hours in idle, but personally, I've used this to play games for 4 hours and it doesn't deplete. But one thing to make sure that it's not gonna happen to you, charge it before you sleep. Also, it has a locking mechanism for your triggers in case you don't want to push the button very deep on this controller. And have I told you guys that Fantech did something amazing? They include an additional thumbstick in case these two, which are the default ones, suddenly break off. And yes, they are removable. Like, seriously, who does that? Now, I've used this mainly for Bluetooth mode, which sometimes gonna get tricky in case you read the manual. So here's a tip. When the manual says that press the share plus the home button, which is these 2 buttons, it doesn't mean you need to press it simultaneously or at the same time. I suggest, which I was able to figure out, is to hold the share button first, which is this button, before clicking and holding the home button. Would I be recommending this? Of course. Because of this, I was able to play some games in my Game Pass again because having my old controller not work with the games in Game Pass really pissed me off. So thank you so much Fantech for sending me this to test out and it works well. Once again, if you want to get this, link will be down in the description. Also, for you guys watching in YouTube, even in TikTok, I have a special promo which is also in the description if you decided to buy this from Lazada or Shop. Thank you guys for watching and sticking with me. So I'll see you guys to the next one. Bye-bye!